Let me ring the bell because that nun shamed him. But I don't know. I feel like I was pretty smart as a kid to figure that out, even though I'm dumb. But I figured that out.
I don't think you're dumb. That's pretty clever.
That's clever, right?
Totally.
Well, I got my book back, and that was, I was so mad. And I was just, like, totally convinced. And, my mother, and they were like, they didn't care. She's like, whatever you want to think. But
I do love that other kids are sneaking porn and stuff to school, and you're sneaking evolution books to school and getting into trouble.
Right. Do you see how times have changed? You're right. Right? Now kids are sneaking porn into class, and I'm sneaking books on evolution.
Right?
It's crazy.
A whole new world.
It's a whole new world, isn't it? My youngest daughter got suspended from school for making a porn on the bus.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Part of me felt proud that she was taking after the family business. And I thought maybe.
A bit of an entrepreneur.
Right. But.
Who needs a lemonade stand?
Let me tell you the story, okay? This is an MBB. So okay. This gets crazy, Jen. Just follow me, okay?
I'm trying.
Lived across the street from me was the principal of my daughter's school. Lived across the street, okay? Now I have to see her when I pull my car in and out. It's awkward anyway because I know my kids spend more time with her than they do me, all right? They spend more time getting called into her office than I see them, but it's okay. I get a phone call at work, and it's her. And she tells me, you need to get in here immediately. Your daughter was caught videotaping pornography on the school bus. Now I'm mortified. I'm flipping out, okay? Because you have no idea the visions I'm having of, like, what is this little bitch doing?
How old was she?
Kill her. 8th grade.
Okay.
I go into the school. I'm like a lunatic. I go into the office, and she says to me, your daughter was caught making porn, and she was very, very stern and, like acting like my daughter just decapitated someone on the bus, okay? So now I'm like, let me see this video. Let me see it. Well, she had confiscated, like, some other kid's phone, and she pulled it out. No, I'm sorry. She had it on her phone. She had one of the kids send her it. She plays it. It was my daughter's 2 little friends were joking around and, like, humping on each other, like, literally for, like, 3 seconds. You know what I mean? It was something. It was nothing. Legit nothing, okay, to be overreacting like this, okay? So I was expecting something so horrific that when she showed me it, I looked at it and I went, oh, thank God, right to her. Oh, I'm so relieved. Thank God. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, this is nothing. This is nothing. Thank God. You had me so scared.
That's amazing.
So, she was so pissed at me for saying that. And now I was like, I really didn't want to get into it too much with her. So I was like, honestly, this is not a big deal. I totally think you're overreacting. And she was just absolutely mortified. And they suspended her for a whole week. And all of her little friends, there had to have been like 10 of them. They all got suspended. And they all got kicked out of going on the school trip to Washington,
D.C.
For that. So there really wasn't much I could do, and I really didn't want to argue too much because, of course, the bitch lived across the street from me. At any rate, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, Jen.
No, not at all.
So, at any rate, she never became a movie producer or anything.
I would go back and find that woman and blame her.
Yeah, I should. I should say
she could have been the next Harvey Weinstein.
You took her dreams away. You shattered my daughter's dreams. But, so anyway, enough about my terrible parenting and my parents that were terrible. Let's talk about our other social media post about American food. We still can't determine what What is American food?
I think we decided you guys really don't have food.
We don't have American food, right? Because we're only, we're not our country is not that old, and we are a melting pot of everybody else. We were trying to figure out, did we start? I mean, would it Native American Indians food be like American? Because they were the first Americans.
And what was their food?
That's what I was trying to Google. Like, what is their food? Corn?
Vegetables and meat.
Yeah. So that's not like they have a dish that we could say Italians have pasta, Canadians have poutine. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Poutine?
That's how I say it. They say it different in Montreal. That's the way the rest of Canada says it, though.
Well, okay. That's like one of your dishes, that obviously other countries mimic, you know what I mean? Canadian poutine. The Italians have pizza. They started pizza. Pizza's not American, people. Everyone's saying it was pizza. It's not pizza.
I feel like it's not even actually Italian. I seem to think it started in Asia somewhere.
In Asia?
Yeah.
Pizza?
I think so.
What kind of Asian pizza?
I don't know. Lots of vegetables. Eat it with chopsticks?
I don't think pizza was Asian. I thought pizza started in Napoli, Italy. Naples.
Quite possibly it is.
Naples, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because when I was in Naples, Italy, everybody said you have to have the margarita, their pizza, because that's where it started.
Yep, he made it in honor of the Queen of Italy.
Yep.
The first margarita pizza.
Yep.
Garnished with tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil. To represent the colors of Italy.
Ooh, good one, Jen.
There. A little bit of knowledge.
Now we have that. So, now I said the saying here is, it's as American as apple pie.
Yeah.
So I thought apple pie would be a sure win for me. But no.
It's English.
It's English. You proved me wrong on that. Now they said the grilled cheese. I feel like grilled cheese probably started somewhere in France.
I just feel like anywhere in the world that had bread and cheese was toasting it together at some point.
Yeah, so that's not anything. Like, it's not a serious dish. And then we're like, well, what about hot dogs? But a hot dog, you know what I mean? So, like, if my friend from Germany comes to town here,
that's what I was gonna say. They have like their bratwurst and stuff.
Yeah,
so hot dogs are just like a knockoff of that.
Exactly, I agree with you. Right? So I'm like,
you have all those wonderful boxed foods.
Yes, so that's what another friend said. Anything that's in a box with preservatives is American.
Yep, pretty much.
Right?
That's what I feel like. I feel like when I go to different countries, I want to try different food. I feel like whenever I go to the States, I just want to go to Walmart and buy snack food that we don't have here.
Yes. yes. And you know what? I'm ringing the bell. Shame on us. We are a shitty country when it comes to foods, aren't we?
I just can't think of anything that I want to go like, oh, yes, I have to go to the States. And key lime pie, though, in Key West is pretty phenomenal.
So that started there. So that key lime pie is like an American thing, right?
Yeah, and it's very good.
It is very good. They have it all over Florida, obviously, too. Key West, Florida is very big. What about...
I feel like you're barbecue, too. I don't know that anybody barbecues like Americans do.
But Korean barbecue.
Okay,
do you think it started in Korea with Korean barbecue?
Yeah,
See, that's what I don't know. I just don't know. You're right, though. Could be barbecue.
I feel like you guys are well known for that. Like, our town has like a big barbecue festival every year. There's something like 1,000 vendors come, and the majority of them are Americans.
Oh, so there's something. Barbecue. Okay. But I posed the question, like, if I was to have somebody come here from Germany or any other, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, Canada, we're so close that, it's not like I'm going to bring, oh, yeah, John, here, let me have you try a grilled cheese. You know what I mean? Like, But, like, somebody from Germany. And I'm like, what would I get them? Maybe a garbage plate?
I guess.
Or
I feel like Southern foods, though, like fried chicken.
Soul food is very American, right?
That stuff to me feels like it's very American.
That's
what I would feed somebody bringing them to the States.
Right. Right, like some
potato.
good...
Well, potato salad I think is German, but
yeah, it is German.
Potato salad and fried chicken and what's that weird casserole with the
that's my favorite. The French
onions?
fried casserole.
Oh,
I'm the queen of that. It's the shoestring. Well, you can use hash browns or shoestring French fries, and then you do like a cream of mushroom soup mixed with sour cream and onions, and then you slather that on top, and then cheddar cheese, and then you smash up cornflakes, and you put that on top, and then you pour melted butter on it, and you bake it.
I wish you could see my face right now.
But a lot of people also call that like the funeral casserole.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Well, let me tell you, whenever we have a cookout and there's steak or something involved, I break out the French fry casserole. I always make it.
I feel like that if you did like maybe a cheddar cheese soup instead of the mushroom soup.
Yeah, I do it with chicken. I do it with chicken soup. The creamy chicken soup. But...
what's that other casserole? The green beans and the onions.
Oh, yes, you talked about that, too. You were like, don't even try to stick me with that on your Thanksgiving shit dinner, okay?
Yeah.
You wanted nothing to do with the green bean and French onion on top, right?
No. That sounds awful, because I think they put mushroom soup on that, too.
Yeah, what's with the mushroom soup? That's American.
That's disgusting.
I think it's American.
So, I have a mushroom soup story.
Okay.
My mom, when she was little, her and my uncle came home from school one day for lunch, and my grandmother made them mushroom soup, and she wouldn't let them leave until they both finished it. I guess it wasn't very good mushroom soup, and both of them threw it up on the way back to school. Never in my life has my mother served us onion soup or mushroom soup. I've never had mushroom soup in my life. It just grosses me out looking at it. That's all I can think of.
So when you were a young kid growing up, your mother was German?
No, my dad.
Your dad was. And what was your mother's?
Very Canadian.
Canadian. Okay.
Where on my mom's side, I think I'm 7th generation Canadian.
Oh, okay.
We were the first ones in the area.
Okay, so what did your mother cook then, being a Canadian? You know, like a Canadian, like...
my mother cannot cook.
Okay.
She's a terrible cook.
Okay.
My dad,
grandma,
though, is like gourmet cook.
Okay, but did your dad serve a lot of German food, or was it?
Yes.
Oh, it was German.
Yeah. He does like rouladen and stroganoffs and...
Okay.
A lot of schnitzel.
Uh-huh.
Sunday nights. Oh, my mom's side is English way back, so Sunday nights is always like roast dinner with Yorkshire puddings and those little fried potatoes.
But I think of that as being Canadian, kind of.
Maybe.
You know, like, because I think of Canadian and Britain, and you know what I mean?
We're still a Commonwealth, so really we are still kind of British.
Yeah. So I also, like, what's the one where they wrap the meat with a pastry around it?
Beef Wellington?
Yes. Who makes that? That's
I feel
English?
like that might be British.
British, right?
I think so.
So when I think of Canada, though, sometimes I think of some of those foods because you have the history kind of together, you know what I mean?
But where you guys are like a melting pot, we're a tossed salad. Like, people who come here, they very much keep their culture with them.
Right.
So we just have such a mix of everything here. Like, you can find, like, authentic, anywhere from you wanted food. Mm-hmm. Like, authentic Chinese, Italian, Greek. Right.
Same with
whatever.
us. Yeah,
there's a
same
restaurant
with us.
everywhere for something.
Yeah, same with us. And in upstate where I'm from, in Rochester, I have to say we have some of the absolute best authentic Italian food restaurants. We have a huge Italian community here. And our Italian delis up here are absolutely amazing, you know, with like really good cold cuts imported right from Italy, and like the supersadas and all the delicious olives. And, you know, we are very, very Italian. And I do notice that when I travel to other states, like Arizona, their Mexican food is unbelievable because they have obviously huge Mexican population. But they can't get good Italian food there like you can get here, you know? Yeah. So I do think it just depends on, you know, where other, countries, if they have moved in.
Where they've settled.
Yes. And I mean, I know you in Toronto, that you have Chinatown, which is absolutely amazing. And whenever I go to Toronto, I always stop at Chinatown.